What's up, everybody? Yu-Gi-Oh 101 discussion. Yeah, I believe I'll be putting this on the discussion playlist. But yeah, uh, the reason why I'm doing this video was because it was asked to me, I believe, like a couple months back by somebody on YouTube. I'm like, I believe that he's like probably gonna watch the video and he's gonna let me know who he was. But yeah, but he asked me a question like not too long ago, like well, like a couple months back. Like if I were to release any two character builds as official cards as startup decks, which two would I pick and why? Well, the reason why I picked the two that I'm about to tell you guys about is because like I think the archetypes are for the most part like pretty good and strategical. Like I feel like they could bring something like in terms of and like an X factor, I guess you could say. Uh, like they can bring something interesting to the game, you know. And the two uh, uh, characters that I picked to do the startup decks with are the Von Schroeder brothers. The Von Schroeder brothers, Leon and Siegfried. And the first deck that I'm gonna be looking over is the one for Leon. Now, Leon, he uses a series of like fairy tale themed monsters. For example, like Tom the Thumb and Cinderella, etc., etc. And like basically, like I'm gonna be showing you the cards that are like in the archetype, and like maybe we can take a look at it and see what it's about. So first off, we have Tom Thumb, who is a normal monster. Of course, as you can see, it's Tom Thumb. He's no bigger than a man's thumb. As the fairy tale says, he's an Earth Warrior, level 4 monster. Attack 1300, defense 1500. Description, a fairy tale, a fairy who is no longer than the thumb of his father, or no larger than the thumb of his father. So that's basically it for him. Then we have Cinderella. Um, Light Fairy, effect monster, level 4, attack 300, defense 600. Description: when this card is summoned, you can special summon one pumpkin carriage from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Then you can activate one glass slippers from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So this is like the ace monster in the archetype, pretty much. That Cinderella is pretty good. Like you get to activate two cards from anywhere. But yeah, this is Forest Hunter. Forest Hunter. This is a Earth Warrior, effect monster, level 3. Attack 1200, defense 800. Description: when this card is normal or special summon, you can select one face-up beast or beast warrior type monster on the field and remove it from play. So yeah, so he hunts things for obvious reasons. Yeah. So this is Forest Wolf from the Little Red Riding Hood story. That's the reason why I got on. It's like weird nightcap and nightgown. and he's wearing like the little the grandma glasses right there. Forest Wolf. It's an Earth Beast effect monster, level 3, attack 1800, defense 300. Description: when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, equip that monster to this card. If this card is destroyed, all monsters equipped to this card are special summoned to the opponent's side of the field. So that's one of those interesting cards. What we have here is Glyph the Phantom Bird. Glyph the Phantom Bird. And it is a Wind Wing Beast effect monster, level 4, attack 1500, defense 1200. Description: when this card is summoned, you can destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. So that's pretty cool. You know, I'll just summon it. And yeah. It would take out a spell or trap card, which is always helpful. And we have Globberman. Globberman. Glob, 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 glob. And it's an Earth Warrior effect monster, level 8, attack 2600, defense 2000. Description: this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned with Giant's Training. Okay, so moving on. We have Schroeder. Schroeder. Hey now. Boobs. Anyway, yeah, Schroeder. It's a fire spellcaster effect monster, level 7, attack 2600, defense 1800. Description: when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it gains 400 attack. Well, damn. Shoots up to 3000. You know, like just by attacking that first time, gains 400 attack. And, you know, that's pretty good for a level 7 monster that has 2600 base attack. Moving on, so we have Iron Hans. Iron Hans. And it's an Earth Warrior effect monster, level 4, attack 1200, defense 800. Description: when this card is summoned, you can special summon one Iron Knight from your deck. So it special summons a Iron Knight, which is right here. Iron Knight. Yeah, fuck a Silent Knight. This is Iron Knight. It's an Earth Warrior effect monster, level 4, attack 1700, defense 700. Description: while there is a face-up Iron Hans on the field, this card loses 1000 attack. Ooh. So I guess you would use that for Exceed summoning. Oh, look, I believe Iron Hans is level 4. Yep. So you would probably use that for an Exceed summon these days. Yeah, so we have Little Red Riding Hood. It's an Earth Fairy effect monster, level 3, attack 800, defense 1200. Description: when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your deck. So, yeah, there you go. That's a search. Like one of the special summon / searcher type cards. Pumpkin Carriage. Obviously, like we know what this is for. We just looked at it. It is a Earth Plant effect monster, level 3, attack 0, defense 800. Description: while this card is face up on the field, Cinderella can attack your opponents directly. You know, so that was one of the effects that Cinderella had. You know, that when it's summoned, you know, like it can special summon that from anywhere. And what is this crazy looking card? 7 kids. Yeah. So we got 7 baby goats. It is a Earth Beast effect monster, level 3, attack 700, defense 700. Description: when this card is summoned, you can destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster. Wow. Oh man, so like that's what 7 kids get you. Not bad, not bad. Thorn Princess. Almost looks like a dude. It does look like a dude. Boobs. Thorn Princess. Earth spellcaster effect monster, level 4, attack 400, defense 1200. Description: this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except with 100-year awakening. When this card is special summoned, take control of one monster your opponent controls. So That's another good one. We have Curse of Thorns, which is one of the spell cards. We're looking at the spell cards now. Curse of Thorns, and is a continuous spell card. Description: select one effect monster in your opponent's graveyard that monster's effects is negated. When that monster is removed from the when that monster is removed from the graveyard, destroy this card. So this would be something good to this. I mean, I like stop. I like Treeborn Frog and things like that. You know, like that would be a pretty good card I'd like to see in the game. You know, so we have Giant's Training. So this is the card that's used to summon Globberman. Tribute one face up. So I mean, yeah, like it's a normal spell card. Tribute one face up Tom Thumb. Special summon one Globberman from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So yeah, that's pretty much what summons that 2600 attack man beast. We have Gingerbread House. Yum. It's a continuous spell card. During each of your opponent's standby phases, select one face-up monster your opponent controls. If it has 1900 or more attack, destroy it and gain 500 life points. If the selected monster has 1900 or less attack, increase its attack by 600. Now, this is stupid. Why would they have the base attack as, you know, as like 1900? Because if it has 1900 or more attack, you destroy it and you gain 500. So yeah, you know, like they should change this to like 1800 or less. You know, like they should change that to 1800 or less. Because I don't know, like that's kind of stupid to have 1900 as, you know, like if it's 1900 or more, then a monster is destroyed and you gain 500 life points. But if it's 1900 or less, you increase. I mean, it's pretty much like a lose-lose situation, because if the monster's attack is 1900, then what the hell? Yeah, you know, that's one of those cards, if they ever release it, you know, they gotta fix that. But yeah, Glass Slippers, and this is for Cinderella and her musty-ass toes. It's an equip spell card. You know, when you activate this card, you must equip it to a Cinderella you control. If the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, equip this card to a monster your opponent controls. That monster cannot attack Cinderella. It loses 1000 attack. And loses 1000 attack. When that monster is destroyed, equip this card to Cinderella and it gains 1000 attack. Wow. So that's pretty cool. That's almost oh, well, like that Flintlock deal card. Yeah. What we have here is Gold Moon Coin. Gold Moon Coin. Normal spell card. Description: add all cards in your hands and add all cards in your hand to your opponent's hand. Then draw the same number of cards that you gave to your opponent. Yikes. Yeah, that's one of those cards that you might not want to do. Use Golden Castle of Stromberg. Now, damn, now this is that card that was broken as hell in the anime. I mean, broken as hell. Now, check this out. This is one of those cards that just, yeah, they really going to have to change some things if they release this. Yeah, so it's a field spell card. Now, I want you to look at this effect. I mean, I got the description of this card as soon as the computer acts right. Yeah, during each of your standby phases, send half of your deck rounded down to the graveyard. If you cannot destroy this card once per turn during your main phase, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your deck. You cannot normal summon monsters. All monsters special summoned by this card's effect, and all monsters in your opponent controls must battle each other if able. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy the attacking monster at the start of the damage step and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of that monster's attack. This card cannot be destroyed by the effects of other spells, traps, or effect monsters. Your opponent must pay this card's maintenance. Well, damn. That is one overpowered piece of shit card. Well, I wouldn't call it a piece of shit, but damn, like that's a man, like that's a killer card. That's the only way to describe that, man. But yeah, let's move on. Iron Cage. Like obviously, like we're not gonna release the Golden Castle. But yeah, this is a continuous spell card. Description: select and destroy one monster on the field during your next standby phase. Special summon that monster to its owner's side of the field and destroy this card. So this is good for like a quick like opening. That's pretty good. Monster Reborn, Mystical Space Typhoon, and the Gate Attack, those are already in the game. Ain't gotta worry about those. 100-Year Awakening. So this was for the Thorn Princess. 100-Year Awakening, Thorn Princess. So it's a normal spell card. It says send one face-up Curse of Thorns card you control to the graveyard, and special summon one Thorn Princess from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So this has to be used in conjunction with Curse of Thorns. The Pot of Greed, obviously that card's been banned. So yeah, Spinning Wheel Spindle. And it's a normal spell card. We're going to get a look at it. Description: destroy one monster on the field during your opponent's third. Destroy one monster on the field. During your opponent's third standby phase after activation, special summon that monster to the same side of the field it was on, in the same battle position it was in when destroyed. So, and next we have Water of Life. Water of Life right there. It's a normal spell card. Description: select and special summon one monster from your graveyard in face-up attack position. So, yeah, like it's another Monster Reborn, somewhat. In the traps, all they have is Mirror Force. So, obviously, I guess a few of these cards that I wouldn't even bother with. Like the Golden Castle of Stromberg. Like that's one of them, because like they're gonna have to do some. If, like I said, like any of these cards that I reviewed, obviously like they're gonna have to, if they release them, which is like a slim chance, they're gonna have to do some major changes, especially to this one, because this is like by far the most overpowered, broken, imbalanced, whatever word you want to use, card that I have ever witnessed. That is something else. That is one hell of a card. But like for the majority of these cards, like I can see them being used in a starter deck. Like this is pretty good for the Leon like Fairy Tale deck build. Like I think this would be something good for the game. Like there's some pretty interesting stuff on this list, especially Cinderella. Like she's like one of the aces, like I said, because she gets a special, because just by summoning her, you get to like activate the 2 cards that she needs. Like which is pretty good. Like just considering her attack and defense. You know what I'm saying? So like you get to activate Pumpkin Carriage from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and then you get to activate Glass Slippers from your hand, deck, or graveyard with her. And with Iron Knight and Iron Hans, like I said, like with these 2 cards right here, because if you special summon Iron Knight with Iron Hans effect, Iron Knight is going to lose 1,000 attack because Iron Hans will be face up on the field. And yeah, so I mean, mind you, they are both level 4, so at this point in the game, like you would probably want to use them for an Exceed summon. You have Little Red Riding Hood that can special summon one warrior type monster. I believe that's what it said. Yeah, like one level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand or deck. That's pretty good. Wait a minute, what was that effect, Iron Hans? So I'm guessing you would use Little Red Riding Hood, yeah, to 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 uh to special summon Iron Hans, and then use Iron Hans effect to like special summon Iron Knight, and you know then you can exceed summon. You know, like that would probably be like another plan with that. And of course with Tom Thumb and the Giants training, you'll be able to special summon the Globberman. And then you have Hextrude, who by destroying a monster, it gains like 400 attack. Like permanently, and it starts off with 2600 attack, so that's pretty good. Then you have the 7 kids, which just by summoning these goats, like you can destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls and inflict some burn damage. You know, so that's pretty good. And then you have Thorn Princess, who is used in conjunction. Who can be special summoned by a 100-year awakening, which you have to have the Curse of Thorns. You know, like, which is another good magic card, which stops effects from activating that are in the graveyard. You know, like, which can always be helpful in this game. And yeah, so like a lot of these cards, well, for like the majority of them, most definitely I would put them in a starter deck. Like, if it was up to me, you know, like I would actually make a starter deck out of this list of cards, because I think it's something, you know, like pretty nice. You know, like I would release them. So like this is going to be like the first of 2 videos that I'm gonna release, because I don't want this video to be like too long. But yeah, so this is the first video of Leon von Schroeder, and I will do a separate video for Siegfried von Schroeder right after this one. So just keep on the lookout. And yeah, see you guys for the next video. Peace. Oh, and of course, like I'm gonna have the link to this in the description. So yeah, so you guys can check out the cards yourselves. So peace. See you for the next video.